Hello, everyone, and welcome back to From Within Podcast, where self-discovery begins with Coach Emae. I am so excited. How was everybody's day today? I hope everybody had a great day. Today, y'all, I want y'all to get comfortable, right? I want y'all to get y'all notebooks. And if y'all haven't got my notebook, go to Amazon, go to EM&x in the search box and get your journals, y'all. But if you don't have a journal, get a journal. And on this podcast, right, while you're listening, it's very important for you to get a journal so you could be able to write down the things. Today, I wanted to talk about projects to possibilities, like rising beyond your environment. Y'all, I don't know if y'all know, I am originally from Harlem, okay, period. I grew up in Wagner Projects. I moved to Atlanta because I wanted something different for myself in regards to like business, but we're going to get there. But let me go back to where I grew up at. Harlem, baby. Harlem. I love my city. One thing y'all gonna know, I love my city. So I grew up in Wagner Projects, and there wasn't a lot of possibilities for me there. There wasn't a lot of things that, I could be able to do. But if you know anything about the projects, baby, because you'll know one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to keep it real. If you know anything about the projects, I was that project girl, right? Like double dutch, okay, in the summertime, on the bench, you see all the old ladies on the bench, like people your friends calling you out the window, the pool across the street, like the projects was your own kind of community. And baby, I used to be that project girl, double dutch, okay, tag, up and down Harlem. From me and my friends used to go from 155th all the way down to like 110th, like in every other project. It was a time, right, when I was younger, but I always knew that I wanted more for myself. And I always knew this wasn't going to last long. Yeah, it's fun now because I'm young, but I know it's not going to last long. So in 6th grade, I got left back, y'all. Okay. In 6th grade, I didn't pass I think like a math test or reading test. I wasn't a good test taker, y'all. I ain't going to hold y'all up, okay? Wasn't a good test taker. However, I used to enjoy school until I got left back. All of my friends was like going on to junior high school, and I'm still in this little PS 96 school. And if y'all from Harlem, y'all know what PS 96 school is. But that used to be my school. So all my friends, they were moving on to better things. And I was just left back, and I got teased, I got laughed at. And I'm like, oh, okay. So when I went back to school, when I went back to the 6th grade, I wasn't motivated. Now I want to be the trouble child. Now I want to be fighting. Now I want to be doing all of these things. And this one teacher, Miss Gales, and I can't find her, y'all. But when it was time for me to go back to 6th grade, she really helped me. But I done cursed her out first now, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you, because I was embarrassed, right? So when you're embarrassed and you're uncomfortable, you start to show out as a kid. And that's what I did. I was just showing out. And this teacher, I felt like she saw beyond what I was feeling in that time. She saw like the potential within me, but I couldn't see it in myself. So long story short, y'all, this teacher has helped me. She helped me in 6th grade. I did all my work. I passed the test. I moved on to junior high school. That was the teacher, Miss Gales. I will always remember her. That really pushed me to greatness. Okay, and she made me want to become a teacher to be able to give back to that young girl that felt like she couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel because her vision was a little dark at the time. Ooh, come on now, come on, y'all. Her vision was dark at that time. So growing up in the projects, I felt like for me there was, as I said, like it wasn't a lot of possibilities, but I knew what I wanted for myself. And I knew that, baby, I'm going to be great. Like, this is just not going to be the end of my story. So experiencing my 6th grade teacher allowed me to just go over and beyond in my studies. So then I started to like school because she sat with me. She gave me that sense of purpose. Oh, come on, y'all. She gave me that sense of purpose. So for me, after that experience with that teacher, straight A's. Well, I didn't know at the time, but I know now, right? And I knew, like, going to high school, that school would be my ticket out. I knew that this wasn't the end, and I have to be able to graduate. I gotta graduate. I gotta be more. Looking back at, like, my family members and some of my friends, right, that didn't proceed in school. For me, school was a golden ticket, okay? It's given Willy Wonka. School was the golden ticket for me. And I knew if I finished school, I can be able to get out of these projects. If I finish school, I know that there are going to be endless possibilities for me if I finish school. And that's what I did. My degrees was going to open doors for me, okay? So I went to school, high school, graduated with honors, scholarships coming out of high school, went to grad school. I don't know what happened, child, okay? And now I sit here in so much, like, joy and so much grace and just so much abundance, because I'm just like, if I had not went to school and I did not finish school, there wouldn't be as many possibilities for me. And I can't speak for everybody else, but I knew I had to come out of the projects, and I knew that I wanted more for myself. So when you think about where you've been, right, and you think about where you are right now, the possibilities are endless. I had to change my mindset. I had to change my mindset of what I think about myself, how people perceive me, right? Like my beliefs, my values, I had to think about all of that. I had to have a growth mindset, because all of the things that I've been through, foster care and having, like, people that really don't support me, and, like, about to come out of college and not go back to college because I couldn't afford the tuition. Okay, like, it was some things now during during the process. But at the end, I knew that there was a goal that I had to accomplish. Again, I just had to change my mindset to know, like, okay, everything that is happening to me during this process, baby, I know that it's only going to add to my personal growth. I know that it's only going to add to my story. And I know that from this experience that I have, it's going to help somebody else get to where they need to be, right? Or just encourage or motivate that person to get to where they need to be. Like, just being resilient. You just got to be determined. If you want something for yourself and you want to get out of the environment that you're in, determination, consistency. Like, I went through storms, y'all. The storms was storming, okay? But I knew at the end, again, all of these things that are happening to me is only going to add, okay? Add to what I'm already about to do, or the goals that God already has me do. Like, it's only going to add, which makes sense now, because look at me now. I'm a motivational speaker, and I'm able to give back to the youth, because, again, I'm a teacher. And if anybody didn't know, I'm a 12th grade teacher. I teach 12th grade science, but I've been an educator for 10 years. So I've been giving back to the youth, and, you know, just telling my story and just letting them know that, yes, you're going through all of these things now. However, the end goal is just endless, right? So I'm going to leave y'all off with this little nugget, right? If there is an environment that you want to get out of. But you have to be determined, and you have to be consistent on what you want to do. Because you can do anything that you put your mind to if you're consistent. Don't put so much stuff on your plate because you can't handle that. Take one step at a time. They're going to, like, you don't have to be a product of your environment. Get out of there. Do something new. Try something new. If you know one thing that you are going to be able to do career-wise, your job, and you know that this is going to be your Willy Wonka, this is going to be your golden ticket, do that. School was that for me. And I thank God, y'all. I thank God that I saw school through, because my foundation wouldn't be as solid. Can I say that? Right? So you got to use your smarts. You got to use your self-awareness to say, you know what? This is not the environment that I want to be in. I'ma go. I left and I went to Atlanta because I knew, again, I did not want to be here. I didn't want to be in the environment, okay, that broke me. I wanted to be in the environment that is going to be new. I wanted to be in an environment that is going to be endless possibilities and doors that's going to open for me. I wanted to be in that environment. So I chose to get up in 3 days and I chose to go. If it doesn't serve you, no purpose, get out of there. Move yourself. And I know it's uncomfortable. Baby, it was very uncomfortable for me. I went into a whole new state. I didn't know anybody with one person at the time. It's going to be uncomfortable, but uncomfortability brings change. I promise you. A girl from the projects. Now look at me. Endless possibilities, endless doors, endless opportunities. I just want y'all to know that if I can do it, you can do it too.